Namaste, Jai Hind all. Today I am here with the topic agriculture of class 10th. In this topic we are going to talk about the significance of agriculture. As you all know, India is an agricultural country where most of the people have been engaged in agriculture from the very beginning. About two-thirds of Indian population is involved in agriculture. Agriculture is the basic activities. It can be considered as a primary activities, and it is only the base, we can say, which is going to provide raw materials to the different factories by which we are able to convert that material into usable form of goods, and as a result we are going to enjoy the industrial products, or we can say it is a secondary sector product. So in this chapter we will talk about the different types of farming which are prevalent in different parts of India, and what are the cropping pattern, and how important the agriculture, and what are the ways we should follow to increase the productivity of land, and what step the government has taken to ensure the increase in the production of different types of food and non-food crop. So now let's through PPT we are going to understand how important agriculture is, what are the cropping pattern, there is an index, by that index we should go through, and later on we will continue with the content of the chapter. Agriculture, chapter 4, class 10th. In this chapter we are going to talk about the significance of agriculture and its type. So what are the topics we are going to discuss here? Introductory part, types of farming, cropping pattern, major food crops, non-food crops, technological and institutional reforms, contribution of agriculture towards Indian economy, and then food security. See, now we have to see what is agriculture. That is very important to know. Agriculture is a primary activity which help us to produce food in the form of raw material which can be processed in the industrial sector, that is the secondary sector, and about two-thirds of Indian population is involved in agricultural activities. And in this chapter we should know what are the different types of farming which are found in different parts of India. So now one by one we will see the types of farming. Primitive subsistence farming. Primitive farming means we are going to talk about the old customary farming. Primitive farming is also known as slash and burn agriculture. What is slash and burn agriculture? So, slash and burn agriculture indicates the cutting down of forests. First they used to cut the forest, clear the land, and in that patch of land they used to produce different kind of cereals and other food crops, we can say. And after that, after timing, while the fertility of soil exhausted, the farmer shift and clear a new fresh patch of land for the cultivation. And there are different names which has been given to this type of farming, that is zooming agriculture, that is term in northeastern state. In this type of farming the productivity of land is very low, and this type of farming is completely depending upon monsoon, and it is practiced in some other few parts of India too. Intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure on land. It is completely a labor intensive farming where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigations are used for increasing the productivity or to increase the production. Commercial farming. Commercial farming. By the term commercial we can understand that is the farming which is done for the purpose of earning more and more profit. Now it's important to know what is this farming called. This type of farming uses higher doses of modern inputs, highly variety of seeds, chemical, fertilizer, insecticide and pesticide to obtain higher productivity. And there are many more agriculture that comes under the commercial farming, that is plantation agriculture. Plantation is a type of commercial farming in which a large hectare of land is required in which a single crop is grown. Plantation cover large tracts of land using capital intensive inputs. With the help of migrant labor, many more laborers can be called to work in the plantation agriculture. All the produce is used as a raw material industry. The examples are tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana. These are the crops which are produced for getting more and more profit. Now we have to talk about the commercial farming again, that this is the farming mainly it is done to grow crops and animal to get more and more profit. In other term we can say it is a profit motive farming. Now here we are going to talk about the different cropping seasons. Number one, that is Rabi, then Kharif, then Jaid. These are the seasons. We have to know what are the significance of season one by one. Like Rabi crop, it is grown in winter from October to December, and the harvesting month is summer, that is April to June. And the crops which come under this Rabi crop, that is wheat, barley, peas, gram, and mustard. The best way to learn this Rabi crop, that you should first learn the number of months which are utilized, then the name of months, then the harvesting season, and then the crops. Now Kharif crop is also known as the rain-fed crop, that is beginning in the rainy season, that is from April to May, and the harvesting season is September to October. These are the months which are important to learn. And what are the crops that comes under Kharif? Paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, tur, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut, and soya bean. These are the crops which are grown under this Kharif seasons. And now the important season, that is the Zaid season. In between the Rabi and the Kharif season, there is a short season during the summer month, which is good for the cultivation of fruits and vegetable, which is grown in the month of March to July. And the examples are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetable, and fodder crops. Now we have to see what are the major crops in India. So major crops means we are going to talk about the crop which are grown mainly in India for the purpose of consumption first. Rice, wheat, millets, pulses, tea, coffee, sugarcane, oilseeds, cotton, jute. Now one by one we are going to talk about each. Now see, rice and wheat, these are the main crop that are utilized by people in a large amount. These are the geographical requirement we have to talk about. While we are going to talk about geographical requirement, we are going to talk about the soil, we are going to talk about rainfall, temperature, along with the distribution. Number one, rice. As we all know that rice is a Kharif crop. Kharif crop means we are talking about the rain-fed crop. So it is a rain-fed crop. It needs high temperature and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeter. Means it requires more amount of rain. Number two, India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. India has got the second position in the field of producing rice. It is grown in the plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas, and the deltic region. These are the main region where rice is grown in a large quantity. Now we are going to talk about wheat. Wheat is a Rabi crop. This is a Rabi crop. It requires cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of ripening. It doesn't need too much amount of rainfall. It needs cool growing season. It requires 50 to 75 centimeter of annual rainfall. The areas which are good in the production of wheat are the Ganga Satluj plains in the northwest and black soil region of the Deccan are the two main wheat growing zones in India. And it is the second most important cereal crop and made food crop in the north and northwestern parts of India. So as you all know, wheat is a most demanding crop which is utilized in different parts of India, and even rice is important, no doubt. Now we will talk about millets and maize. These are the coarse grain, rough grain. Now millets, jowar, bajra, ragi are the important millets grown in India, and these are also known as coarse grains and have very high nutritional value. These are known as the fibrous crop which is good for the digestion process. Maize, it is a Kharif crop. Maize requires more water. It requires temperature between 21 degrees centigrade to 27 degrees centigrade and grows well in old alluvial soil. It is used both as a food and a fodder. It can be consumed by animals, it can be consumed by us as a human being. Major maize producing states in India are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. Now we have to see what are the significance of jowar, bajra, and ragi one by one. Jowar, it is the third most important food crop with respect to area and production. Means it is grown in large scale and its production is also very high, and it is a rain-fed crop, mostly grown in the moist area. Rain-fed crop means we are going to talk about Kharif seasons. Mainly produced in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. These are the area where it is grown. Now bajra grows well on sandy soil and shallow black soil. So it can be grown in Rajasthan, it can be grown in Deccan Plateau too. Major producing states are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Haryana. Now ragi, it is a crop of dry regions. See ragi, it is how its nutritional value is very good. People feel good to have ragi ball. Grows well on red, black and sandy, loamy and shallow black soils. And the major producing states are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand and Arunachal Pradesh. Ragi is mainly used by the people of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. They prefer to have a ragi bowl in the morning as a breakfast. Pulses. Now pulses, you all know, the one thing is very important. I would like to let you know that India is a country which is the largest producer and consumer of pulses in the world. India is producing and consuming both in a large amount. And you all know that pulses are the major source of protein in a vegetarian diet. One who are not able to get non-vegetarian food, they can go with pulses. It is also helping in giving the proteins in a large amount, that is the requirement of the body. The major pulses grown in India are tur, that is arhar dal, urad, moong, masoor, peas and gram. These are the important pulses of India. Pulses are mostly grown in rotation with other crops so that the soil restore fertility. You all know what is rotation. On rotational basis, they are grown with the other crops to resume the fertility of the soil. Major pulses producing states in India are Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. Now you can see through this map of India which are the states which are producing pulses. See, the states are highlighted. You can see these states are good in producing the pulses. Now other than food crops, we are going to talk about some more important grains which are the part of our diet. Sugarcane. As you all know, sugarcane that is, it is a tropical as well as a subtropical crop. It grows well in hot and humid climate with a temperature of 21 centigrade to 27 degree centigrade, and the rainfall that is 75 centimeter to 100 centimeter. This is the geographical requirement of sugarcane. It can be grown on a variety of soil. There is no specific soil. It can be grown in the different types of soil. Need manual labor from sowing to harvesting. It is a kind of plantation crop which need more people to work in the field for sowing plus harvesting too. India is the second largest producer of sugar cane only after Brazil. So India is the second largest producer of sugar cane. Sugar cane is the main source of sugar, good, that is jaggery, khansari and molasses. These are the products that we can get from sugar cane. The major sugar cane producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. Oil seeds. Different oil seeds are grown covering approximately 12% of the total cropped area of India. The main oil seeds produced in India are groundnut, mustard, sesame, castor seeds, linseed, coconut, soybean, cotton seeds, sunflower. So now we would like to talk about groundnut, which is a kharif crop and accounts for half of the major oil seeds produced in India. Gujarat is the largest producer of groundnut. Mustard, which is a rabi crop, sesame, which is a kharif crop in the north and rabi crop in South India. Castor seed, it is grown as both rabi and kharif crop. It is important to know, like mustard is a rabi crop, it can be in MCQs. Mustard is a crop which belongs to. Now you should know the categories that it belongs to rabi crop. Now I'll see, this is the map of India by which you are able to understand through index groundnut, soybean, sunflower, mustard, that which are the area which are producing the different oil seeds. Now tea and coffee. You all know how important tea and coffee is. These are the beverage crop which help us to keep us energetic and keep us motivated to do more and more. Now tea. First of all, it is very important to know that how tea came to India. As you all know, tea plantation is the gift that has been brought by the Britishers in India. They brought tea plant. They have planted in the hills of Assam, and as a result, we have become a part of this tea cultivation. Tea, it is also an important beverage crop introduced by the Britishers in India. The tea plant grows well in tropical and subtropical climates. with deep and fertile, well-drained soil, rich in humus and organic matter. This is the geographical requirement. Tea bushes require warm and moist, frost-free climate all through the year. Tea is labor-intensive industry. It is like a plantation agriculture where we need more and more labor. It is grown in a vast piece of land. Major tea producing states are Assam, hills of Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri district, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So this is all about tea. Now we should talk about coffee. Coffee is produced in India and this variety of coffee is in great demand all over the world. Its cultivation was introduced on the Baba Budan hills and is confined to Nilgiri in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So this is also the gift that we have got. Tea producing state. Now through map you are able to understand and see Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Tripura, Odisha, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. These are the states which are good in producing tea. Now horticulture crops, we have to talk about Jet season, which are the crops that are grown, which are the fruits and vegetables that are grown in as a horticulture crop. India is the producer of tropical as well as temperate fruits. Major crops produced are pea, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal and potato. Some of the famous horticulture crops grown in India are mangoes of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, whereas oranges of Nagpur and Cherrapunji, Meghalaya, bananas of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. These are the popular fruits of India. Lychee and guava of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, pineapple of Meghalaya, grapes of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Maharashtra, whereas apple, pears, apricots and walnuts of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Now we will talk about rubber. It is an equatorial crop. It requires moist and humid climate with rainfall of more than 200 centimeter and temperature above 25 centigrade. This is a plantation crop. It is an important industrial raw material mainly grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Garo hills of Meghalaya. This is all about rubber. Now we should talk about fiber crop. Fiber crop means we are going to talk about cotton, jute. Okay, now see, cotton, jute, hemp and natural silk are the four major fiber crops. Cotton, jute and hemp are grown in the soil. Natural silk is obtained from cocoons of the silkworm fed on green leaf. You all know how silkworms are reared for the production of silk. That process is termed as sericulture and the silk sarees are very costly, no doubt. Now we talk about cotton. Cotton, it is a kharif crop, means it is a rain-fed crop. It requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Cotton grows well in black cotton soil of Deccan Plateau. Major cotton producing states are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. This is all about cotton. So it is important to know what is the geographical requirement of cotton. In geographical requirement of cotton, you should learn temperature, you should learn the amount of rainfall and the type of soil. Now jute. Jute, you all know how important jute is, how costly it is. It is known as the golden fiber. It grows well on well-drained fertile soil in the floodplains. High temperature is required for its growth. It is used in making gunny bags, mats, ropes, yarn, carpets and other artifacts. Major jute producing states are West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha and Meghalaya. So you all know there are many more challenges that jute industry is facing nowadays because of the substitute, that is the synthetic fiber that has taken the place of jute nowadays. Now these are the cotton producing states of India. So once you see which are the states which are producing cotton, here this is the general data given according to 2015-2016. So once you go through the map, see which are the area which are producing mostly cotton in India. So you, by the help of map you are able to understand easily. Now the next slide is about the jute. Top 10 jute producing states in India are, so these are the states you can see and this is the data given according to 2016-2017. So the jute producing state are West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh. Technological and institutional reforms. Agriculture provides a livelihood for more than 60% of its population. So this sector needs some serious technical and institutional reforms. So we have to see what are the reforms which has been introduced for the betterment and improvement of agriculture. The Green Revolution and the White Revolution were the initiative that has been taken to improve agriculture. Some initiative taken by the government are scheme introduced by government such as Kisan Credit Card, KCC, Personal Accident Insurance Scheme, PAIS, special weather bulletins and agriculture programs for farmers on the radio and television were introduced to make them aware about the agricultural uh, progress. The government also announces minimum support price, remunerative and procurement prices for important crops to check the exploitation of farmers by speculators and middlemen. So this is a good policy that has been introduced by the government. National economy. In national economy, what is the contribution of agriculture? How resourceful is agriculture for the nation? We have to see according to the journal data which has been collected according to 2010-11. About 52% of the total workforce was employed by the farm sector. The share of agriculture in the GDP is declining day by day, and because of COVID we have seen what is the scenario. What is the present scenario? You all know very well. Indian Council of Agriculture Research, that is ICAR, Agricultural University, Veterinary Services and Animal Breeding Centers, Horticulture Development, Research and Development in the field of meteorology and weather forecast, etc. are a few of the initiatives introduced by the government to improve Indian agriculture. Now we should see the food security. You all know what is food security. Indian government has designed national food security to ensure the food security to every citizens. People one who are in the remote area, they are not able to get proper production of agricultural produce. So as a result, they should be given the grains by the help of this process of food security through PDS system, ration system. It consists of two components, that is the buffer stock and PDS, that is the public distribution system. FCI, the Food Corporation of India, is responsible for procuring and stocking food grains, whereas distribution is ensured by PDS. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, kindly subscribe and suggest me whatever more videos you want on the different topics. Thank you.